today I will be showing you guys this look. Moisturized my skin, and now I'm applying Kat Von D Lock-It Featherweight Primer. Next, with my Morphe E25 brush, I am now taking Kat Von D's concealer in the color Porcelain, and I am applying it in the areas where you would normally highlight through the center of the face. I'm not going all the way to the edges because I will be changing colors there. Now I'm using my Kryolan TV paint stick in the color 70, which is a white foundation. I'm now applying it to my neck, my chest, and my shoulders. And we'll be using a stippling brush from Coastal Scents and buffing that out. Now, using my Makeup Forever Flash Palette, I mixed the color turquoise and fuchsia together and created this purpley color. Using a foundation brush, I'm now applying that purpley color roughly around the areas you would normally contour. Now, using my Morphe M439 buffing brush, I'm now buffing that purpley color out a little bit into the white, going back and forth with my other stippling brush and just trying to get that to kind of buff into each other. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything because we're going to go in later and do a little more detail. You can use any translucent powder and just kind of pat that all around where the foundation is, just so it's not sticky when we go to the next step. After this, then we are going to do the best technique to do the scale look, and it's going to be a fishnet, and you're gonna pull that over your head. Bam, there you go. Have fun with it, guys. Now you just pull that all the way down over your face. You can move the hair around. Don't worry about the foundation, because after you set it with the powder, it won't move at all. So just make sure to pull that all the way down. Now with that in place, I'm now stippling the brightest purple and the hot pink color from my Morphe 35B palette. I love those colors, and now I'm just applying that around the contour areas. You want to pat because you don't want to move the fishnet around. And apply as much as you see, or how much you really want. And when you take it off, you want to kind of pull away from your face to slip it off. Don't just pull off, and then you'll have the perfect look. Now with a disposable spoolie, I've mixed Anastasia's waterproof cream color in Barbie pink and ice blue, and it makes this really pretty purpley color, and I'm just applying that to my eyebrows. Now I'm going into my eyes. I'm using Melt Cosmetics in the color Promiscuous, really beautiful purpley color, and I'm just going into my crease to start my eyes. Going back to my Morphe 35B palette, now using the black color that's in there, and I'm just defining the inner corner of my eye a little bit more, and going back and forth, smoking it out with the purple and the black. And here I've also added orange, that's also in the same palette. On my lids, I'm using a shimmery color from a Jaclyn Hill palette. Here I've also contoured my nose using the same purpley colors that I did before for my contour. Now with the BH Cosmetics and the shimmer palette, I'm using a whitish goldy shimmer color, and I'm going to start defining the scales on my forehead. Just randomly add the shine because you want that to start looking 3D. Now going in with my dark matter, I'm now lining the top, the opposite side where you added the shine. I'm now adding the dark to make that look like shadows, as if the scales were a little bit raised. And also just do it kind of randomly. You can pick the same ones you've used to add the light and the dark, and just going through around my face and down my cheeks as well. Now I'm going to take the same fishnet, and I pulled it over my arm onto my shoulder, and again stippling the same colors, the purple and the bright pink from my Morphe 35B palette, and stippling that around, making sure that the fishnet doesn't move. And when you're done, you can see here how we'll remove it to kind of pull over it and to not to disturb what you just did. As you can see here, I've done the other shoulder, and I've done the same little bit of detail on the scales as I did on the face. And now I'm adding detail on my chest using body paint from Snazzaroo that you could actually just pick up at Michael's. Here also added detail with the same Snazzaroo paints on top of the starfish, and for shading I love using the BH Cosmetics matte palette. You want to think about where the light would hit and where the object would create shadow to make it feel like it is 3D. Adding extra detail, going back and forth between my Snazaroo paints and my shadows. This one here with the shell here, I'm using Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter. I love how precise and how dark that it is, that I can really add that detail in there. These here are Oh My lashes. I don't remember which ones they were exactly, but I love using these whenever I do a crazy look because they are so dramatic. Now, as my lipstick, I am using House of Ani in the color Unruly Rave. It's a really beautiful dark purple color. Here, using my Morphe E25 brush on the smaller end, I'm applying a purpley shimmery shadow that is in the BH Cosmetics Shimmer palette. And here is my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know what you guys think.